There's a herb sitting quietly in garden centers all across the country right now. It costs almost nothing. It grows in sun or shade. It spreads like a dream, smells incredible, and has been used for centuries to calm the mind, repel pests, attract bees, improve sleep, and make food taste better. And yet the vast majority of gardeners walk straight past it. I'm not talking about lavender, or rosemary, or any of the usual suspects. I'm talking about lemon balm. And if you've never grown it, or you planted it once and didn't know what you were sitting on, this video is going to completely change the way you think about it. Because once you understand what this plant actually does, you'll wonder how you ever gardened without it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything that happens when you bring lemon balm into your garden and your home. Not the boring textbook stuff. The real, practical, life-changing things that most people simply don't know about. You're going to see how it transforms your outdoor space from the ground up, filling empty patches, chasing away pests, and drawing in pollinators that make every other plant in your garden more productive. You're going to discover that it's one of the easiest plants you'll ever grow. And you're going to learn that this one humble herb might genuinely improve the way you feel, inside the house and out. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to grow it, where to put it, and why it belongs in every low-effort, stress-free garden. Here at Stress-Free Garden Living, we talk to a lot of gardeners who feel like they are working too hard for too little reward. They are weeding constantly, fighting pests, worrying about what to grow where, and somewhere along the way, gardening stopped being enjoyable and started feeling like a chore. Our whole approach is built around one simple idea: the right plants in the right place make everything easier. And lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, to give it its proper name, is one of the finest examples of that idea I've ever come across. It works hard for you, quietly, in the background, doing things you probably didn't even know a plant could do. So let's get into it. Here's what actually happens when you grow lemon balm. Now before we get to the main benefits, I want to mention something I'll share a little later in this video, and it's the one that surprises people the most. We all know that gardens are good for us in general. But what I'm going to tell you about lemon balm and sleep might make you look at your garden in a completely different way. It's the kind of tip you'll want to share with someone. So make sure you stay with me right to the end, because that one is worth waiting for. Let's start at the beginning. What happens when you grow lemon balm? 1. It spreads fast, and that's actually wonderful. Here's something that catches most new gardeners off guard. You plant lemon balm in a quiet corner of the garden, maybe in a small pot to start, and within a season you come back to find it has spread, steadily, happily, unapologetically, into a lush, fragrant mass of growth. Now, I know that sounds alarming. But stay with me. Because lemon balm spreads in exactly the way you want a garden plant to spread. It's not invasive in the damaging sense. It doesn't strangle other plants or take over like mint can. Instead, it fills in those bare, empty patches of soil, the ones that currently get taken over by weeds, and it does it beautifully. Here's why that matters: bare soil is an open invitation to weeds. The moment you leave a patch of ground uncovered, something will colonize it, and it's rarely something you want. Lemon balm gets there first. It carpets the ground with dense, aromatic, bright green foliage, and it does it without any help from you. Imagine looking out at your garden and seeing those awkward empty patches filled with something that smells like fresh lemon every time the breeze moves through it. That's what lemon balm does. Action step: plant lemon balm at the edges of borders or beneath taller shrubs where bare soil tends to collect. Let it do the weeding for you. 2. Your garden becomes a pollinator magnet. This one is genuinely exciting, especially if you grow any kind of fruit or vegetables nearby. Lemon balm flowers might look small and modest. They are little white and pale lilac tubes that appear in summer, clustered along the stems. Easy to overlook. But bees absolutely cannot resist them. In fact, the name Melissa, which is the Latin name for lemon balm, actually comes from the Greek word for bee. Beekeepers have used lemon balm for centuries to attract swarms and calm hives. That tells you something important about the relationship between this plant and pollinators. When bees come to your lemon balm, they don't just visit it. They stick around. They move through the rest of your garden. They find your tomatoes, your courgettes, your strawberries, your beans, and they pollinate them far more effectively than they would have otherwise. Gardeners consistently report better yields on nearby crops after planting lemon balm. Picture this: a warm summer afternoon, lemon balm humming with bees, and your vegetable patch quietly producing more than it ever has before. All because of one easy herb you planted at the border. Action step: plant lemon balm near your fruit and vegetable beds. Even a single large clump will make a measurable difference to pollinator activity in your garden. We've covered just 2 benefits so far, and already you can see how much work this one plant is quietly doing. We've still got the pest control, the mental health boost, the kitchen upgrades, and that sleep tip I promised you. Keep watching, the best parts are still ahead. 3. Garden pests start disappearing. Here's one that sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Lemon balm has a strong, sharp, citrus scent that humans find delightful. Mosquitoes, gnats, aphids, and a number of other garden pests find it deeply unpleasant. They avoid it. And because the scent travels, it doesn't just protect the lemon balm plant, it creates a kind of aromatic buffer zone around your whole outdoor space. The reason it works comes down to chemistry. Lemon balm contains high concentrations of citronellol and citrol, the same compounds that give citronella candles their pest-repelling properties. But this is the natural version, growing in your garden, working all season long for free. This is particularly meaningful if you like sitting outside on summer evenings. Mosquitoes make that miserable for a lot of people. A few established clumps of lemon balm near your seating area can genuinely change that experience, without sprays, without candles, without any effort at all. Action step: plant lemon balm near patios, seating areas, or vegetable beds prone to aphids. You can also crush a few fresh leaves and rub them on your arms as a natural insect repellent when you're working outside. 4. Your mental health gets a quiet, unexpected boost. This is where lemon balm starts to feel genuinely special. Most plants either grow in your garden or do something in your kitchen. Lemon balm does both of those things, and then it does something else entirely. Simply brushing past it releases that bright, clean, lemony scent. Every time you walk through the garden, every time you deadhead something nearby, every time the wind moves through on a warm afternoon, a little burst of fragrance reaches you. And studies on lemon balm are remarkably consistent in showing that this scent has a measurable calming effect on the nervous system. Research published in peer-reviewed journals has found that lemon balm compounds, particularly rosmarinic acid, reduce anxiety markers and promote a sense of calm. This isn't folk medicine. This is documented science. The plant interacts with your brain chemistry in a gentle, real way. Imagine stepping into your garden after a stressful day and feeling your shoulders drop almost immediately, not just because of the fresh air and the greenery, but because of the specific, science-backed aroma drifting up from the plant at your feet. That's free aromatherapy. Built into your garden. Waiting for you every single day. Action step: plant lemon balm somewhere you pass regularly, along a path, near the back door, beside a garden bench. Position it where you're likely to brush against it as you move through the garden. Now, here is the mistake I see people make all the time with lemon balm, and it's an easy one to make. They grow it, they love it, they let it flower beautifully, and then they let it set seed. Everywhere. Lemon balm self-seeds prolifically. If you let every flower go to seed, you'll have lemon balm coming up in every crack and corner of your garden the following year. For some people that's fine. For others it becomes a bit overwhelming. The fix is so simple it almost feels like cheating. After the plant flowers, and it will flower all summer, cut it back by about half. This encourages fresh, bushy new growth, keeps the plant looking tidy, and prevents excessive self-seeding. You get a second flush of fragrant leaves, the plant stays compact, and your garden stays under control. Do this once or twice during the growing season and lemon balm becomes one of the most manageable plants in your entire garden. 5. Your kitchen gets a genuine upgrade. Fresh lemon balm is one of those ingredients that makes people stop mid-bite and ask what that flavor is. It's not lemon exactly, it's softer, rounder, more herbaceous than that. It carries a citrus lift without any of the sharpness, and it pairs brilliantly with foods that dried herbs simply cannot elevate in the same way. Add fresh leaves to a pot of hot water for the most effortless herbal tea you'll ever make. Tear them into a summer salad. Lay them under fish before baking. Muddle them into a jug of cold water or lemonade on a warm day. Stir them through yogurt with honey. Use them to finish a fruit salad. Or freeze the leaves into ice cubes for drinks that look as good as they taste. The reason fresh lemon balm tastes so different from anything you'd buy dried in a jar is that its volatile oils, the compounds responsible for its flavor and scent, degrade quickly once the plant is cut and dried. Fresh from the garden, those oils are at their most potent. This is a kitchen upgrade that costs almost nothing and delivers something you genuinely cannot replicate with a supermarket herb packet. Action step: keep a pot of lemon balm on a sunny kitchen windowsill for year-round access to fresh leaves, even if your outdoor plant dies back in winter. 6. It thrives on almost no attention. If you've been gardening for a while, you'll know that the plants promising the most sometimes demand the most in return. Lemon balm is the exception. It is, without question, one of the most forgiving plants I know. It tolerates poor soil. It grows in full sun and in partial shade. It handles irregular watering. It prefers things moist but won't sulk badly if you forget. It rarely suffers from serious pest or disease problems. It bounces back from hard pruning. It copes with neglect that would finish off more delicate herbs. For anyone who finds gardening stressful, or who is just starting out and isn't sure yet how green their thumb really is, lemon balm is the perfect confidence builder. Plant it, give it reasonable conditions, and it will genuinely take care of itself. Year after year. No fuss. No drama. Action step: start with one plant from a garden center. A small pot costs just a couple of pounds or dollars. Plant it in any reasonable spot outdoors, water it in well, and then largely leave it alone. It will do the rest. Alright. This is the one I promised you at the start. And this is where lemon balm quietly moves from being a great garden plant to being something that genuinely changes your daily life. Lemon balm tea before bed is one of the most well-documented natural sleep aids available to us, and it's growing in your garden. Multiple clinical studies have examined lemon balm's effect on sleep quality, and the results are consistent. The plant's compounds, particularly rosmarinic acid, which inhibits an enzyme that breaks down GABA in the brain, have a genuine, measurable sedative effect. GABA is the neurotransmitter responsible for calming neural activity. More GABA means a calmer, quieter mind. A calmer mind means better, deeper sleep. Making the tea couldn't be simpler. Pick 8 to 10 fresh leaves, bruise them slightly between your fingers, and steep them in just boiled water for 5 to 10 minutes. Add honey if you like. Drink it 30 minutes before you want to sleep. That's all there is to it. Think about that for a moment. You plant one herb in your garden, for free, essentially, and in return, year after year, it gives you a natural, gentle, evidence-backed sleep remedy that you can make fresh from your own soil any evening you choose. That is the kind of return that most plants couldn't dream of delivering. And it's sitting in garden centers right now, waiting for someone to notice it. So let's step back and look at everything we've covered today. You plant one herb, Melissa officinalis, lemon balm. And here's what happens. Your bare soil patches fill in naturally. Your pollinator visitors multiply and improve yields across your whole garden. The mosquitoes and gnats that made your evenings miserable start to disappear. You walk past it and feel calmer, almost without noticing. Your kitchen gains a fresh, vibrant flavor you cannot replicate from a jar. The plant asks almost nothing from you in return. And at the end of the day, it helps you sleep. This is what stress-free gardening looks like. Not fighting the garden. Not wrestling with difficult plants or complicated routines. Just choosing the right plants, the ones that quietly do more work than you could ever plan for, and letting them get on with it. Lemon balm costs almost nothing to buy, almost nothing to maintain, and gives back in more ways than most gardeners ever discover. Plant it once, and it will reward you for years. Before you go, I genuinely want to know, which of these benefits surprised you the most? Was it the sleep connection? The pollinator effect? The fact that it's quietly doing pest control while you're not even looking? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and conversations there make this community what it is. And while you're there, have you ever grown lemon balm before? If so, what did you use it for? If you haven't yet, which benefit has made you most want to try it? Let me know. If this video gave you something useful, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help this channel reach more people who are looking for exactly this kind of practical, no-fuss gardening advice. And if you're not already part of the stress-free garden living community, subscribe now. We publish new videos every week on smart, simple gardening that gives you more beauty, more food, and more enjoyment from your garden, with far less effort than you might expect. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss one. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Happy gardening, and remember, the best gardens aren't the most complicated ones. They are the ones planted with a little wisdom and a lot of joy.